everybody, welcome to Warrior Daily. We're back with another year here on WSUathletics.com. I'm Tom Gorman. Joining me is Phil Nickel, the head volleyball coach here at Wayne State. Coach, the season is upon us. When we talked to you last spring, you were already pretty excited about the 2012 season. We're less than a week away. How's that excitement level now for you?
It's through the roof. You know, it's been a long couple of weeks of preseason, which towards the end seemed like it had been here about 2 months, but everybody's ready to go now. It's game week, and everybody's really excited and fired up to get on the court.
This is your 5th season at the helm of this program. Each of your first 4 years, your team able to qualify for the GLIAC tournament, which is a great accomplishment, but I know for you, not the ultimate goal, at least at this point now that you've had some veterans and your recruiting class is coming through this program. So for you, how is it that you will be able this year, hopefully, to get your team to take that next step?
Well, you kind of touched on it. We have a number of veterans, players that have been through the program now, and we have a group of seniors, 3 of them at least, that have been with me for, this will be their 4th year. So, we've talked a lot about they know what I expect, they know what the program is, the expectations are, and have really helped lead the way in trying to, raise the bar and take that next step. We've talked a lot this year about making sure everybody's on the same page and what our goals are. And while, yes, making the GLIAC tournament is a good accomplishment, we definitely have set our sights higher and want to take the next step to compete for a GLIAC championship and go to the NCAA tournament. So.
A lot of talent on this team, a lot of depth as well. 12 returning letter winners altogether, including 4 captains. You've got some really good leadership on this team.
Yeah, they've done a great job. We changed a little bit the way we selected captains after last season. And we do have 4 this year, which seems like a lot, but they've done a nice job and have kind of spread out the responsibility, so it's not all on 1 or 2 people to kind of lead the team. And they've really stepped up to the challenge and have done a nice job of taking over that role.
Sydney Beazle, your senior setter, the one who really facilitates all the offense and keeps things flowing on the court. One of only 3 players in the history of this program with over 3,000 assists. And she seems poised for another big year to end her career.
Yeah, we sure hope so. She had, I think if you ask her, she would tell you she wasn't happy with the way things went last year from her standpoint. But she's come in this year very focused, done a really nice job, and really excited about the year that I think Sydney's going to be able to have. So,
2 people we're excited to see up front. Kate Sack, who missed all of last year with an injury, an All-American in 2010. Kristen Bulkowitz was an all-region player last year with over 400 kills, had a tremendous year. The 2 of them could be a nice 1-2 punch.
We hope so. We're really focused a lot on trying to spread things out so that we don't rely on one player so much. But obviously having 2 players with those credentials really helps us out, and we're excited to get them both on the court at the same time for sure.
Nicole Ahrens and Lindsay GLIAC, 2 of your other captains. Nicole, really a precision hitter and did a lot with blocking at the net. Lindsay GLIAC, a defensive specialist, one of the best, at least in recent memory for this program. She's done a tremendous job. And again, just more veterans who know and understand their role and do it well.
No, absolutely. Both of them have played. Lindsay played some as a freshman, but then has played pretty consistently through her sophomore and junior years, and we're looking for big things from her. In my opinion, she's one of the best liberos in the conference. Nicole is the same way. She's played since the moment she got here pretty much, and again provides a lot of leadership and obviously is a good player. So,
as we mentioned from the beginning, you've got a lot of depth on this team. The sophomore class has a number of talented players, including Candice Oddie, a tremendous outside hitter. Who are some players that you will see maybe from some of the underclassmen or the people who maybe haven't been the 4-year starter that you'll see stepping up?
I think Candice is a good one. She's had a really good camp, come back this year, a little more comfortable in what the expectations were and what she needs to do, and has had a really good camp. Maddie Kent has played a lot since she's been here, but she has really had a great camp too. So those are 2 players I think or hope that we'll see a little more from this year than we have maybe in the last year or 2. So.
You also have a 4-member freshman class. How have you seen some of those new players developing?
They're developing. They're freshmen. They have their ups and downs, but all 4 of them are very talented and are going to contribute. Whether this year or down the road, they're all going to play a key part in what we want to do, and they're all very talented young ladies, and I'm excited about the future with them here. So.
It seems like we say this every year, but there's some new teams in this conference. Malone and Walsh have joined the GLIAC, so once again, there's some shaking up in this conference, and certainly maybe presents some challenges for coaches to prepare. But how do you see the GLIAC unfolding this year?
Well, I think it's going to be maybe one of the most competitive years from top to bottom that we've had in a while. You know, there's always your teams that seem like they're near the top, and then there's unfortunately a few teams that seem like they're always near the bottom. But I feel like this year is going to be kind of wide open. You know, I think everybody lost some people. You know, Ferris and Hillsdale were kind of the cream of the crop last year. Hillsdale lost quite a bit from their starting lineup, but I'm sure they're still going to be very good. And Ferris, you know, was picked to win the GLIAC by the coaches. Came out, I think, yesterday. They lost some key components as well, but obviously have a lot back as well. So I think, you know, from the top 10, 12 teams is going to be very, very competitive. You know, there's some teams that still are trying to get their footing and figure out exactly where they need to be to compete in the GLIAC. But I think it's going to be a really fun year. So.
Well, we don't have to wait much longer for the start of the 2012 season. It's coming up this weekend. Your team will head to Florida for a tournament at Nova Southeastern. 4 matches in a 2-day span, so pretty action-packed weekend to say the least. The first of 2 weekend trips that will be similar structure before you get going in the GLIAC schedule. What are you looking for specifically from your team this weekend?
We want to play hard. You know, it's kind of hard to know where you are exactly. We've had a couple scrimmages, but you know, we kind of cruise through those without too much problem. So it's kind of hard to know where we are as a team exactly. So the thing we want to do is go out there, execute, play hard, and kind of see where we are and what we need to improve on for as we get closer to the GLIAC. Obviously, we want to win. I mean, we're trying to win every match, but you know, the thing this first couple weekends is to get a good idea of where we stand and what we need to improve on and how we can improve over the next couple weeks to get ready for GLIAC play.
We get through those 2 weekends, and then we come home for 5 straight home matches in September to start conference play. So hopefully we'll have the Mathi packed with fans and ready to see what your team will bring in 2012.
That would be great. We're excited for the season to get started, and we're definitely excited to get home and play some matches in front of the home fans as well. So.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck getting things started this weekend. We'll talk again down the road.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. That's head coach Phil Nickel joining me on this Tuesday edition of Warrior Daily.